Right, get ready for the next tip. The next tip is this. Do not travel in your head. Do not travel in your head. Do not travel in your head. As a lecturer, I have this issue most of the time. A typical lecture for in a tertiary institution is between 1 hour and 2 hours, and usually what I do see in most of my students is the fact that they are present in class but they are mentally absent. And so I have to really get them to listen, and to do that I really ask questions intermittently to make sure that they are following what I am saying. Now, what I discovered basically is that most people in a presentation, in a conference, in a seminar, in a classroom do travel in their heads. So they are in the what do I mean by traveling in your head? What I mean is that you are in one place, supposedly listening to a lecture, a conference speaker, a workshop trainer, or a seminar speaker, but mentally you are not there. You have traveled from that place in your head to another destination, and most of the time this destination is the house or somewhere else. So they are there, they are sitting right in front of you, but they are not listening to you. They are absent-minded. They are not focusing on what you are saying. So it's so critical to be able to avoid traveling in your head, because a lot of time when you do travel, you lose your thought, you lose your thought pattern, you lose what the person that is speaking to you is saying, and before you come back to listen to what the person is saying, you might have missed a whole chunk of information that is going to be beneficial to you. So what I'm telling you is, try as much as possible not to travel inside your head, but try to focus on what the person is saying. How do you do that? Now, to do that, you need to stay really interested in what the person is saying. Just imagine watching your favorite series. You wouldn't want to be disturbed, would you? You wouldn't want any interaction, would you? And so try as much as possible to see what the person is saying as a series that you enjoy. And when you do that, you get hooked on his words, you get hooked on whatever he's saying, and try as much as possible to get hooked, to get interested. Listen, if somebody is not worth listening to him, do not listen. It's as simple as that. When you think somebody is not worth listening to, do not listen. It's rather to really listen to somebody you want to listen to and understand what the person is saying than to listen to somebody you don't want to listen to. Now, the second or the third key is the fact that you really have to want to listen to the person who is speaking to you. It's the person who is right in front of you, listening to you, speaking to you. So try as much as possible to listen and live in the presence. Now, the next tip to listen effectively is to not to speak in your head. Do not speak in your head. A lot of people, when they are listening, they're actually speaking in their heads. And so because they are busily speaking in their heads, thinking about one or two things in their head, they are not able to really listen. Imagine you having to listen to somebody when you are talking to yourself. How is that done? It's not possible. But a lot of us speak to ourselves when we are actually supposed to listen to what the person is saying. So try as much as possible not to speak to yourself, not to speak in your head whilst listening, because when you do that, you miss what the person is saying, and when you miss what the person is saying, you don't get the import of what the person is saying. So try as much as possible not to speak in your head, not to interrogate what the person is saying in your head, but try instead to listen to the person before you come up with what you want to say. It's very difficult thing to do, with especially when somebody is talking and they really want to really ask a question and all that. it prevents you from actually listening to the person. So do not speak in your head. Do not interrogate what the person is saying in your head, but really listen, and then, if possible, take notes. All right, take notes. If you cannot take physical note, you can take mental note, but you do not speak in your head. You do not prepare what you are going to say even before the person ends what he's saying to you. So try and not to prepare your speech before the person speaks to you, because when you do that, you do not and you cannot really listen to what the person is saying to you. All right, so there you have it. So if these tips have been helpful, just let me have your comment in the comment section. Subscribe, hit the notification button so that anytime I bring another video, you get it right away, guys. You get it right away. And then please share this channel with as many people. Let them subscribe so that we can grow this community together. See you guys another time. Bye bye. See you. Catch you.